Today, I'm here to talk about Jimmy Kimmel. So, over the past few days, Jimmy Kimmel has been taken off the air indefinitely for remarks he made about the killer of Charlie Kirk. Um, I think a lot of TV hosts and other people in the entertainment industry, when they have a show like that, they don't discuss their political or religious views. A lot of times, you have no idea if they're even a Democrat or a Republican. Sometimes you don't find out until years later or years after they've gone off the air and they don't work anymore. As you can see with Jimmy Kimmel, there's a good reason for that, because you don't want your work to be colored by your political affiliations or your religious views. Be that as it may, I think Jimmy Kimmel has a right to free speech, and I think he has a right to, do his show as he sees fit. And I think for all the years he's worked in the business, he's earned his due. He earned the right to speak his mind. And if you don't feel that way, you don't feel that way. If you feel a different way, what he's talking about, a lot of the things he says, I don't really agree with. It's a little too liberal for me. He's earned the dignity and respect to be heard, I think. He's like I said, he's done good work, and he's worked many years in the business, and he's been a talk show host and a comedian and a personality for a lot of years, and I think that's earned him the right to speak his mind without being summarily dismissed, especially over such a crude, minute little thing. We all have Trump as our president. That's the way we gotta look at it. We are Americans, and Trump is our president, for better or for worse. And we're Democrats and Republicans one day a year when we vote. The rest of the time we're Americans. That's the way it is. That's life. And it's sad when people don't let others have free speech, and they gotta assassinate them just for speaking their mind, or fire them. It's not good either. So, I know I will support you, Jimmy Kimmel. I have $1. I have $1. And, I'll support Jimmy Kimmel if he wants to take his production company and get a website, go on YouTube, have a monthly membership fee. I'll give him $1 every month just so he can keep doing a show. And if he can get 1 million or 2 million people to do that, a few sponsors and a building, build himself a stage, start booking some guests, I think he just might make it work. He's got a lot of contacts. He knows a lot of people. I think he can keep doing his show just how he sees fit. And he doesn't need Disney or Trump or ABC to tell him what or how he's going to do that. because he's earned the right. He's worked hard and he's earned it. You know, and it's not right to curtail his right to free speech. And the other thing that really scares me about the whole situation is using the FCC as a way to reach out and grab someone. You shouldn't, no government employee should use a government entity in that manner, in that way. I mean, it's different if you're going to send the FBI after, a drug lord or something, that's different. But when you're just, somebody makes disparaging remarks or says something you don't like, and then you can make a phone call, possibly, we don't, allegedly, and then tell the guy to call them up and threaten the license, allegedly, and then go on the news later and say, oh, you must have bad ratings. It's what it is. That worries me a little bit. So, Jimmy Kimmel, you had my support. I live in my car right now. I live in my van. This is my oxygen. I got my oxygen and my heart medication and my blankets. And this is the van that I live in. And there's my blanket out there. I laid it out. It's a patchwork quilt that the mission made for me one time. He gave to me. I like it. I live out of my van, but I'll still support you with $1 a month, or whatever. If you decide to go private and you want to start your own deal and do your own thing and turn your Tonight Show into a Tonight Show podcast, I'll support you, because you paid your dues and you've earned that right. And I may not watch it, because I watch your show sometimes and I like it, and I'm just busy lately and I don't get to watch it much. But I'll still pay for it. I'll pay to watch it, though. I'll pay to support you, because we're all Americans and we should all take care of each other, and we shouldn't allow unjust things to be done. It's not right. And that's how I feel about it. Yeah. That's about all I have to say, I hope. So, you have a nice day.